Namaskar. I am Dr. Vikas Pada, a medical doctor, the bone doctor of G&K on Twitter. I want to touch a point just mentioned by Manu, and I congratulate Dr. Anand Ranganathan to bring reality, truth about Jammu and Kashmir, mincing no words. I would like to bring another truth on the table. We are in Jammu and Kashmir, and it includes two regions.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
You know, we would like a query actually.
Yes, just one mention and little more than 30 seconds for this.
Be careful, he's a bone doctor, so we don't want any broken bones. Please give him time.
So, Jammu and Kashmir consists of Jammu region also that has 10 districts. I'm not talking about Jammu city or plains of Jammu. And this is sandwiched between two zones that have been inflicted with insurgency sponsored by Pakistan, that means Punjab and Kashmir. And Jammu has played always its role in building peace, in resolving conflicts, and it has accepted refugees right from 1947 from West Pakistan, then Kashmiri Hindus in 1990s. So it has always played a positive role. And it has defeated the nefarious designs of Pakistan. Even Pakistan tried to foment trouble in Jammu region, in Doda, Kishtwar, Poonch, Rajouri, but people there, failed their design and they held to their ground and didn't leave their place. So this is what Jammu has done till now. But in reality, I will bring reality that in return, when it comes to narrative of Jammu and Kashmir, Jammu vanishes. Jammu vanishes like Mr. Anil Kapoor vanishes in Mr. India. Jammu and Kashmir is there, but in reality there is only Kashmir, there is no Jammu. And being a medical doctor, I have coined a term, Jammu blindness, on the terms of color blindness. When we see Jammu and Kashmir, we see just Kashmir, and Jammu is not looked upon. I will quote few examples. When we talk about POJK, Pakistan occupied Jammu and Kashmir, it has only 5% area of Kashmir, but still people call it POK, Pak occupied Kashmir. When we talk about Riasi Bridge, highest bridge in Chenab, that is in Jammu region, in media you see a Kashmir bridge in Kashmir. When you talk about Umran Malik, who lives just 100 meters away from this site, we can see his home from here. He is told to be belonging to Kashmir, that is 400 kilometers from this place. Then it pinches. It is what is called as Jammu blindness. And I think this is what Pakistan wants. It wants Kashmirization of entire Jammu and Kashmir. It doesn't want Jammu to be discussed. So I have no problem with that, Pakistan-based media and all that. But I have problem with nationalists, quote-unquote nationalists, our defense experts, our veterans, sometimes our policy makers, Twitter handles of our defense, Ministry of Defense, they write terms like POK and ignoring Jammu and all that. How do you explain this phenomena, and whether you think, aren't we playing into Pakistan's hands by encouraging this phenomena of ignoring Jammu and nationalist people of Jammu? Thank you.
Thank you very much for asking that question. I'll be very brief and I'll move it to the real person of Jammu. But I have to say this, that let us forget about what Pakistan does or what thinks about Jammu and Kashmir. Let us think about what we are doing. And I'll tell you why. And you know, I'm not a, please for heaven's sake, compulsive contrarian or हर एक बात मैं कह रहा हूँ ना, ऐसा नहीं है. There are great things that this government has done. लेकिन अपनों में तो गलतियां पहले निकलेंगी, तभी तो solutions आएंगे. So one of the solutions that Sir said that is actually developing Jammu over and above any other district of Jammu and Kashmir. And you look at the low-hanging fruits, it is phenomenal, Dr. Saab. Jammu is called the city of temples. Do you know how many tourists come to, I was investigating, 1.2 lakh tourists. India gets 11 million foreign tourists per year. Just 11 million, India. Paris gets 83 million. When we ourselves are not prepared to pluck the low-hanging fruits, Jammu should be like the Vatican of the East. You know? How much amount are we spending? How much is on tourism? What are we doing about tourism? Why aren't, we developing Jammu on the lines of, I don't know, Singapore, for example? केजरीवाल कहता रहता है दिल्ली को सिंगापुर बना देंगे, पता नहीं क्या बना दिया उसने. लेकिन जम्मू को, you know, something has to be done. So it is in our hands. It is not in Pakistan's hands or anything else.
Well, I won't speak much on this because you've probably heard me speak a lot on this. But of course, as I said in the beginning, that even strategically, this is unwise to only focus on Kashmir. It is very important to focus on the diversity that this land has to offer, the various communities who stand by India. And in fact, the Dogra community that I belong to is on the front lines, has been taking those bullets, you know, at the LOC and at the IB, etc. So it's very important to talk to them. Strategically also, I'll give you again, coming back to UK, it's easier for me to talk to a POJ than a Kashmiri will find, they won't find it that easy. Because the POJ, as you said, Dr. Pada, is a Dogra on the other side. So he's either a Dogri speaker or a Potahari speaker or a Gojri speaker, and he connects with me because I've been to a house, POJK's house in Leeds, where there was a picture of an image of Maharaja Hari Singh and Gulab Singh in his drawing room, in his reception. So it's easier for me to connect, and you know, I'm talking strategically. It's not like just having chai with somebody, but having chai and talking about a narrative. But quickly, I'm not going to speak more because Vaibhav Singh here, and I have to point out, when I said in the beginning that voice and visibility is where Voice of Dogras came from, otherwise it wouldn't have existed. I didn't need to do this. But Vaibhav was the first one to call me for a podcast. And I was like, how do you even know of me? Why have you know of Dogras, not just me, but you know of Dogras. So I'll hand the mic over to Vaibhav. I'm grateful to him for giving us as a community an opportunity in his very popular podcast.
Thank you, Manu ji. You know, हमने एक ये भी एग्जाम्पल सेट किया है कि whoever stands with us, we ditch them. Whenever Jammu and Kashmir has been in trouble since 1947, the first community to come to India's aid, to take the bullet in the chest, has been the Dogra community. And what have we done for them? We have always stood up with all the muftis and Abdullahs and this and that. What about the Dogras? We have never stood with them. We have always not only dissed them, we have also stabbed them. We have humiliated them to the core of it. This is what Indian state has done. The leadership of Jammu and Kashmir, because I have been traveling to Jammu and Kashmir for like past 15 years now, and I have always seen whenever the dialogue, any discussion on Jammu and Kashmir happens, even on television, you will always find one Kashmiri Muslim, another Kashmiri Muslim, one Pakistani, one person who lives in Delhi and has never been to J&K, he is an expert, and not a single person from Jammu. This was the case for like past 30 years on the mainstream television. So I always strive to change that. I said, why not Jammu? It's J&K, it's not K. So I completely agree with the Dr. Saab that we have Jammu blindness, and the Indian state should apologize to the Dogra community for all the sacrifices that they have made for Indian state. The J&K is today with India not because of some Abdullah or some Mufti, it is with India because of Dogra. Let's be clear on that.
Excuse me.